David in the Stained Glass Studio. In just a minute, Jeannie's going to show you how to work on etch a piece of stained glass. But you know, I had already prepared the pieces she's working on the etching, and so I wanted to show you how we prepare the glass on a couple of different pieces. Now, here's a piece of poster board. I'm putting down a piece of carbon paper, and I'm going to just trace these two pattern pieces . So when we make a pattern piece, it's usually done by hand. You can be just a little less accurate than you think, because as you work on these, you'll be cutting them out with pattern shears, and they're going to cut off some of the border anyhow. Okay, these are the two pattern pieces cut out now, and I used them to trace out the glass. All right, so here's my two glass pieces. These are the cut out. Remember, I traced around these to make these, but I can use them still. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to apply this kind of contact paper to the glass. This is Duck brand contact paper. Contact paper used to be really common. All the grocery stores and craft and hardware stores sold it. But people don't line their cupboards and shelves as much anymore as they used to. Okay, so I've taken that out of off the roll, and now I've got this piece of sticky backed paper, and it's clear. And I want to uncover it. Now, as I uncover it, I have the sticky part up. And you can see it's pretty tacky. All right, now you want to take your glass and put it face down and just kind of drop it. Okay, now that it's dropped, I'm going to cut this piece in half. Hope this works out okay. Maybe I'll use an exacto knife so that I won't. All right, here we go. So we'll cut it with this. Now the advantage of having all this extra around is that I can now I'm placing this over. And you see, if I went all the way with that, that would have overlapped. So I'm just, and I remember now it's going to be the top side where I want this piece on, okay? So same thing with this one. Let's get it. And this is good because now I have the contact paper covering the back side so that I won't get any errant sand blasting on the wrong side. That's really important, especially on multiple stage blasts and on clear glass. Okay, so now I'm going to take this over to here, and I've already got my trash paper. This paper has been used before. Okay, here's a gift. This goes on this piece of glass. So I turn it upside down and I use my glue. This is a Scotch brand that I got from Art Supply. This stuff is really sticky and tacky and horrible, and it works so good. And I place it right here. Okay. Next piece. You can see I got some of it on the paper and some of it on my hands, and so what I use is acetone to wipe that off, and that helps me to stay clean. Okay, now it's ready for Jeannie to cut out the area and get it ready for sandblasting, just like she did on those others. And you're going to see that in just a minute.
Welcome to Gone Stained Glass. This is the studio, and we always want to show you what's happening in the studio today. And maybe a few little tips we do can help you in your stained glass. So this is going in a restaurant here in town. And we're very excited to have all these pieces cut out. There were a lot of tiny pieces, but it'll be an awesome window when it's done. And what we want to talk to you today is this part right here, because this is going to be sandblasted. So we want to show you how we do that. And first of all, we're going to have to cut every piece with an exacto knife. I'll show you how. So here we are. Ready, set, go. And this part of it, you might notice that the font is a little different than the one you saw over by the window. We changed it up a little bit so that the client would be happy, and I like it. I think it's going to be really pretty. So what I have done so far is I've cut these bigger pieces with an exacto knife, and I'll show you how to do that on this little flower. So I want to make sure that the exacto knife blade is sharp. So I have some nearby in case the tip breaks, because almost always the tip breaks. So I am going to start.
Now, I
off.
think that it's a good idea to wear a pair of safety glasses when you do this, in case the tip breaks.
Okay, so, okay, like this, I can do that shadow.
I don't think that we need lots of detail. I think, you know, you want to cut these leaves so that they come apart, and we'll take them off one at a time, and
Blast and then take more out.
yeah.
What was I thinking? I should have done it with that.
Yeah.
This is good though, because it's good to, let's see, so I'm going to take out the leaves and then leave the stem.
Okay, you can
And
do
then
that.
I can leave, I'll leave that part, no, take out that part. Because then when I pull it out, it will be deeper. Okay, this is tricky. All right. So I'm going to, now this is the hard part, is figuring out which piece to cut out. I think I'm going to cut out just a couple of these pieces around on the petals and start there.
And you have to cut everything you're going to blast all in one shot, even if you don't take them out of the background, because once you sandblast, you lose all your lines.
Okay, one leaf, yay!
Okay.
Okay, so then I just like do a different one and leave one, or I
can
cut
leave it.
them.
Yeah, you can leave it, but you have to also score around it.
All right, good thing I've got my teacher here. Okay, so I'm going to leave that one. So should I leave a little space?
You can if you want to, but take that one out.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, how about this big one?
You taking that one out? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm turning the camera off for
Okay.
the rest of the flowers. So right now you're burnishing them down
Yeah.
now this is contact paper with a paper design glued to it. So that gives you your resist from the sand. And I see that you've taken out some of the leaves and left some.
Yep, hopefully I've left the right ones.
Now over here, what you're doing is just going to score all of them, whether they come out right now or not.
Yes, is that a good idea?
Well, yeah, you have to, because you don't get any chances afterwards, because the lines will all be gone.
Ah,
And that's one of those things about doing this kind of work. There are so many ways to make mistakes.
mhm.
In fact, usually everyone has some mistake in it, but some of them you just can't tell after you're done, so it's all right. All right, now what?
Okay, so the darker parts I'm going to pull out because they have to be blasted a second time.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so here it is, and now what I do is I reach in with my left hand into the glove, and then I hold it, and I close the door and lock it. Now the compressor is already charged up, so we're ready to blast. And as I start to blast, I can really feel the air pressure on the gloves. And I'm trying to direct a lot of air, a lot of sand, right in the center and right on that edge there, so that I get a nice heavy shadow. And let's take it out and take a look at what it looks like. Can see now, I can see that there's a little bit of an indentation here, but not enough. Yep. I'm still going to blast it a second time, but that's a whole lot better than the first blast. So this little pile of crud right here is all the stuff that I got out of the nozzle, and that was all blowing up whenever the sand was trying to go through. And so every time it would blow, it would plug it up, and then when it let go, it would drop down again. So I could never see that it was doing that.
To take the second one off. Hopefully it worked. I tried to get them the same, but it might be a little different on this one. Oh, they look the same to me. Great. Some things are just exciting, like taking something out of the kiln and unwrapping the sandblast.
If it works.
Either
Oh,
way,
man.
it's a surprise, right?
I don't know. There have been times where, you know, you get it out and it's perfect except for that one crack in it where it broke.
Yeah,
That happened to me.
I'm sorry. Okay, one more little piece. And here it is. What do you think?
Let's see the back of it. Yeah, you can see some of the definition there of the pieces. It's good.
Okay, so I think they look nice next to each other.
Okay.
Good job, us.